Hey guys, got the dirty Charger in the garage again. Seems like this car is always dirty when I'm making a YouTube video. Um, Decided today I was gonna take advantage of the mild weather we've got outside. It's still winter here in Saskatchewan, still snow, but it's +7 out. So last time I was doing a quick oil change on the Charger, I kind of looked up at my tie rods and figured it'd been a while since I threw some grease through them. So that's what I'm doing today and thought I'd do a quick video on how it's better to get greasable components when you're doing any kind of front end work on your car. Unless you're doing OEM, which is your stuff from the dealerships, they're usually not greasable, but they last. If you're looking to save money and not buy OEM parts and do the work yourself, I highly suggest getting stuff that's greasable. It's a little more than the cheap made in China stuff that you can buy, but in the long run, it is worth it. They have a little Zerk fitting on it, so you just grab your grease gun and you put grease in. They've got little flaps on the rubber. I'll show you this all in a minute. And you can just continually replace the grease in important components. And you can get them for upper and lower ball joints. In my case that I'm working on right now, the tie rods. And there's other parts. Any little thing, if it can comes with a greasable Zerk fitting on it, get it, and it's worth it in the long run. I don't know why you would buy cheap parts that you're gonna replace within a year when you can spend a little more, and it's really not that much. And get stuff you can grease, you can maintain. You're getting all the crud and stuff out of the boots by doing this, and it doesn't take that long. You jack up your vehicle, you take the tire off usually. In my case, I can't get to my tie rods with the wheels on. And while you're in here, you can take a look at all your bushings, your rotors, all this stuff, and try to maybe see stuff that's wearing out prematurely. So, anyways, I'm here to grease my tie rods down here on the bottom. So, I'll show you how to do and show you just how easy this is. And hopefully, when you're buying parts, you get something that you can actually maintain. So, all you're going to need to grease these fittings, it's just your standard grease gun. With the appropriate grease bought inside. I use a synthetic grease. I've got the bendy part at the end. You can get ones that have solid ends. I like the bendable ones because when you're underneath and trying to get into certain places, it just makes things a lot easier. So this is all you're going to use. This and a rag to wipe out the old grease that comes out of the boot. And that's it. Alright, so on the 2010 Charger, tie rod, in my case, it's mounted. It kind of looks like it's upside down. Some vehicles it's flipped the other way, just the way that Dodge has it. And you're gonna see the Zerk fitting. It's this little metal piece sticking out. So you just take your grease gun, push it on there good. Actually push it on there good. And start pumping grease into it. I can't see it on the camera. I'm pushing grease with my other hand. There we go. And you're going to see the boot starting to expand. And on these boots, now when you're doing this, you're going to see I've got grease coming out. Okay, that's okay. The small flaps, and it's just pushing the old grease out. So you keep going until you've got clean grease. I use the same red grease, but you can see the clean stuff is pushing out behind. And that's it, you're done. You just pull the end off. If it doesn't come off, I usually just use a flathead screwdriver and just kind of gently push it off. Which it doesn't want to work today. There we go. So I wipe up the grease that fell out of it and you're done. You'll have a little bit of grease around, but you know what? A little bit of grease around never hurt anybody. And that's it. And you can do this, like I said, ball joints. There's all kinds of components that have this Zerk fitting. And it'd be crazy not to get it. It's just simple maintenance. You could do this at the same time you're doing your oil change. They're just better parts, and they will last a lot longer, even longer than OEM parts, because you can continually flush out the grit and the crud and whatever else is in your components. So next time you're going to the parts store for front end parts, consider getting greasable components, and you'll see in the long run they last a lot longer, and I highly recommend it. And the charger, these are the only greasable components I have, is when I did the tie rods last year on the charger. Everything else is still the OEM parts from work that was done before I bought the car. So as I buy parts and as I start replacing other components on here, I'll be getting all greasable fittings, and your parts will last a lot longer. So thanks for the video. I'll be putting out more content here soon. Like I said, or as you saw earlier, we have snow outside. I'm not a big fan of doing work when it's cold outside and full of snow. So spring's just around the corner here, hopefully. So we'll be getting more video, more content out. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate that. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.